One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Gators will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Sooners offense will go to work first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. Look, you want to make the quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so close, but just a tad late. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. To the air on first down. Pocket breaking down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Works the middle of the field. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be fourth down. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. So the Florida Gators offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over. That's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the offense because they are a good one.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Gators will have it 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Turning it on! Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Gators have their offense in high gear. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
At the 35, he's got room. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Florida!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Power football with the run. Past the 1st down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Sooners want to move quickly.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
The Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
The number 1 goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him. Try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him. A nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Illegal block.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Making side adjustments here. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man quickly. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to fire. Get it out on the screen. Crosses the 40. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Scrambling away. He'll get rid of it. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. From the gun, he leads it with the bat. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably, oh, he's got some space. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Cheers to the big fella. There are a few things that just make me happy in life. A great steak, a scrumptious dessert, and a tight end who makes a catch on third down.
If the steak's medium rare, I'm right there with you, Reese. And I'm also there with you on these tight ends on third down, too. Too big for DBs to cover, too fast for linebackers to cover. That guy's a weapon.
There's a great saying in football. It's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Well, my Jimmy's better than your Joe.
Looking to throw on first down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out. He had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
So now it's second and long. It's a draw. Oh, better look out. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Gators kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Daniels. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Rutgers is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up 14 over Purdue. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. And the Sooners want to pick up the tempo. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly complete. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. The Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Got the quick pass. At the 20, he's got space. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Sooners started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Handoff from the gun. He almost punched Punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Offense going to use a timeout. I'm not sure they had that pressure protected. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Going to swing it on second down. Lets it fly. Touchdown Sooners. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Complete downfield. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Makes the catch. It's Braswell. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Gators will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. This is a game of swings and momentum and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now on all 3.
Found the seam on the left. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The Sooners moving quickly to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Illegal block.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Line getting set on second down. They'll give it to the back. Shakes off the defender. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Not a chance. Missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
The Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. Reads it, fires complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
The Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They've been frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. Wants to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Wheeler. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Sooners are in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. And the Sooners have taken it inside the 20. Might be changing the route. Going for it all. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's
tight end trying to get in. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. They'll run this play from the pistol. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Finds space on the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on 1st down. To the air on 1st down. he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On the move, it's Braswell. Got enough for the first. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
Nice move there. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Wide open downfield. He's loose. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Gators!
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He is a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He makes the catch, but the official's right on top of it, signaling out of bounds.
Well, that one goes incomplete, and certainly the quarterback can help his receiver out a little bit by trying to slow him down or make a more accurate throw, but that didn't have a shot at staying in bounds.
Got a man, it's Thomas. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Wheeler. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They'll go to the ground. There he goes. Got room to work. What a play there, and he's got it all the way down to the 7-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And as we get deep in this first half, a 1st and goal and a chance to take the lead. Touchdown, Sooners! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in this situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target. Accurate throw. And 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
And he loses the ball deep in his own end. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Kick returners usually have to have that home run ability, the ability to take it to the house 100-plus yards. But it's also a tough skill because you've got all these guys flying down the field so fast, and sometimes you get a big hit and ball security becomes an issue.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top, and he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB, and you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball with different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. It's good. Now up by 7 points here in the second. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, Phyllis. Rutgers is currently ahead in this one. The folks in Piscataway have been in a frenzy all week, but they're in the birthplace of college football. This one is close. They're up by 6 over Purdue. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking to throw on first down. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. He's got him. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Here comes the heat. Got it in the middle. It's Daniels. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
Going for 6. Touchdown, Florida! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Breaks into the open. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to our guys and all those chomping hands there in the swamp.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Sooners will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Gators letting this guy do it himself the way Tebow used to do it when he'd pick up steam going downhill and getting first down.
Yeah, whatever it takes. Man, I mean, I know I have running backs, but when I got quarterbacks that are also dynamic and can make plays in the run game and get me extra first downs, if I'm the Gators, I would do the exact same thing. Whatever it takes.
Finds the tight end. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Pulls it and fires to the left. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gators will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Into the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch except ticket holders.
But it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
There is just nowhere to run. 3 straight times and not one single inch forward on any of them. It's good. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Quarterback making checks. Catch in the middle, it's Wheeler. At the 45 on its way. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. The Sooners want to crank the tempo.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Looking downfield on first down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold on.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The offense lining up for a first down play. Snap in the shotgun. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. That's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Back to pass on second down. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
grabbed over the middle. It's Kearney.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. They'll run play action. Looking to the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
He'll keep it himself. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 1st down in the red zone, and this crowd imploring its defense to stand firm. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the catch. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it! Touchdown, Oklahoma! They take the lead with the 6. And after that last touchdown toss, look out, Baker Mayfield record could be going down for single-game touchdown passes.
Yeah, and you think of all the great quarterbacks and the records that they put up with the Sooners, man. It's impressive. And this guy having himself a day, spreading the ball around, touchdowns palooza. What a nice day.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball best. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. They'll send the back in motion. On the snap, it's Brown. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
He's got it at the 25. Touchdown, Gator! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in the groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra 1st down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. And the Sooners racing to the line in a hurry-up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Off the play fake. He's going to let it go. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
This is a great play by the defensive back, and I think one of the hardest things to do as a DB is you're covering your receiver deep down the field, your back's to the play, you've got to turn your shoulder, locate the football, and then swat it away. That DB did an outstanding job in coverage.
Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. The Sooners are marching down the field. Wants to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The go-ahead touchdown called back after the flag, and this offense going to have to regroup quickly. First down here for the offense. From the gun, he'll try to throw. He's not afraid to go deep. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. He wants to change this route. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Right on the money. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. It's complete to the left. Touchdown Sooners! And they take it in for 6 more points. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Here's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Slings it downfield. Got him, and nobody's close. Shoved out of bounds after a big game. They'll mark it at the +42.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
On the run, it's Braswell. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It'll be third and long.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. You did a great job there.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Gators will line up to punt it away. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. The Sooner offense returns to the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Under fire. Got rid of it just in time. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to find another play. It'll be third down.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. Third down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Great place to start for this offense. To the air on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now on second down. Zings it complete to the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Intercepted to stop the threat. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Catch in the middle, it's Kearney. Turning it on. The 20. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. Just a crushing mistake on the penalty. Wipes out the touchdown, and now they'll have to try to get it together and score again. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Flips it out to the back. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. The Sooners will hustle to the line. They'll try to run for it. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. The Sooners are on the move. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Wheeler. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And the Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Sometimes you'll hear guys derisively say, well, he just piles up numbers. When the number gets close to 450, that's worth doing.
And that's why they throw it as much as they do, because they've got a difference maker playing the quarterback position. He gives them a chance to be explosive and light up the scoreboard.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He might want another play. To the air on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Robinson. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
And the yards just continue to stack up for this dude. We've already talked about it. He made over 300, over 400. Now he's over 450 on the game. He has been on fire.
And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
And defensive guys are taught to really work through the hands of the wide receiver. Whenever the ball's starting to come, I'm trying to smash that thing down as soon as the wide receiver's trying to catch it. If we both try to catch it, a lot of times you see those contested catches by the offensive player. Nice job by the defense, knocking it down, getting the ball in the ground.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They just keep firing. Throws to the wideout. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Splits the uprights. It's good. That gives them now a 7-point lead here in the final period. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. they're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You know?
Oh, he's got some space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Holds and fires complete to the right. Oh, what a cut! He smashes his way through again. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Rush is on him. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
And how about the defense? They're trying to end this thing themselves. You got to lead. You're in a good spot. 2 sacks in a row, now forcing a 4th down late in this football game.
It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Robinson. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the 1st down marker.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting 1st down, so you have to be able to run it.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. And we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for it.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Sooners line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And now the hip knocks it loose. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it from here.